Shalom. All praises, glory, and honors due to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem, Rechakodash. Double honors to the elder apostles and bishops of the great millstone that rule well. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopeful elect tabernacle of David, scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth. Now, see, this is why we have to be on the defense for the gospel. You know, when you hear some erroneous things being spoken when somebody's teaching the word, you know, we're to correct it and mark those who's teaching it and avoid them. This is going to happen every single time, you know, brothers, you know, with their diligent eye, you know, catch something that's being taught that's inaccurate and, you know, not biblical. And sad to say it, but IUIC once again, all right, every once in a while, well, really, because, you know, this year, there's been a lot of heretical doctrines pouring out from these various camps. And we've had to get on Sakari, you know, two times in a row. they got smacked by some Christians, and these dudes are very lifted up with pride. All right, and that's why the scriptures say not to glory in yourself because of your wisdom. You know, not to glory in yourself because of your might, not to glory in yourself because of riches, because you can still get confounded. You can still be brought low. You know, a lot of they judge these camps based on their ability to speak fair and by the image that they portray. And that's not how you should be drawn to the Lord. You know, you should be drawn to the Lord because of your fear for the Lord, because you have discernment, and you know, you should be on that quest to really seek the truth. And we know that the Lord, ultimately, if you're of the elect, you know, the Lord's going to draw you in. But you got a lot of men out there that are of the circumcision whose mouths must be stopped. All right. 1 John 4, you know, believe not every spirit, but try the spirit by the spirit, whether they of the Most High, because many false prophets are going out into the world. And it's always some new ridiculous heresy or breakdown coming from a lot of these different dudes out there. And that's why we constantly get on them and warn, because we're commanded to rebuke, reprove, and exhort with all long suffering and doctrine. It has nothing to do with our personal feelings for these brothers out there. It has nothing to do with, you know, envy, jealousy, hatred, none of that. We're just about our Father's business, and we're passionate about this. So anyway, I'm pretty sure y'all may have seen the video that Elder Apostle Ramlab just did in response to this video that I have up, where, you know, they're teaching that the whole entire world is going to be blown to smithereens. And when it happens, if you wicked, if you didn't keep the laws, you know, if you ain't wearing your fringes on your pajamas when you sleep at night, you're going to burn. Your soul is going to burn forever. All right. Which is a Roman Catholic fable to put the people, you know, under fear. You know, it's a fear tactic. All right. But we know that the Most High, he's merciful. He's not going to retain his anger forever. There's several scriptures on that. All right. But I'm going to let y'all listen to this, because even though in the lesson that the elder Apostle Ramlab did, where he actually covers how the world is going to abide forever, it's not going to be completely destroyed. Because if that's the case, then when you read in Revelation, it talks about people that's going to be weeping and wailing because they're going to see the smoke of Babylon going up in flames, the smoke of her torment. and they're going to be mourning over the fact that they can't do any more commerce to continue to make riches off of trade with Babylon. So how are those people existing on the earth and worrying about, their business when they're supposed to be on fire burning? Their souls are supposed to be burning. It doesn't make any sense if you're teaching that the whole world is going to get totally destroyed. All right. So anyway, I'm gonna just focus on what the main speaker that's speaking. He goes into 2 Peter, the 3rd chapter, and he off the rip starts to go off teaching. All right, he goes completely off. All right, and I'm explaining what I mean. So let me play it real quick.
We gonna show you, sis. The Bible got all the answers, but you have to have the prophets here that got the Spirit of Christ in them to teach you what's really going on. 2 Peter 3 and 10.
And that's the problem. You don't have the Holy Spirit, which comes from Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. You got the Spirit of Christ. You keep coming in that Christ name. You know how many Cristianos there was before Yahushai came and even after? It's disrespectful, and you wonder why the Spirit ain't really dealing with y'all. Coming in the Spirit of Christ. The Catholics come in the Spirit of Christ, man. The Christian church is in the Spirit of Christ. So don't wonder why y'all coming in that spirit of error.
Matter of fact, let's see here. Start at verse 5.
The book of 2 Peter, chapter 3, verse 5. For this they willingly are ignorant of, that by the word of God the heavens were of old, and the earth standing out of the water.
So this is talking about the time of Noah, right? The earth was standing out of the water before the flood came. Read.
Right. And in the water.
And when the flood came, now the earth is flooded. Read.
Whereby the world that then was being overflowed with water.
So he jumped the gun and broke that down wrong. Because when it's talking about in the water and out of the water, that's not talking that verse that he read before. It talks about the overflowing of water, was talking about how the Lord made the heavens from the beginning, and he separated the earth from space, because the outer space is the heavens in itself. That's made of the waters, which is the elements. All right. So the Lord had to differentiate. So you have the heavens, all right, you got the universe, you got the constellation, you got the sun and the moon, right? Then you have the inhabited earth, the surface of the earth, and then you have the ocean surrounding the actual surface of the earth, which is the land. That's what that's going into, all right? But let's continue, because you're going to further break it down wrong.
Perish. Right. So that world during the time of Noah perished by the flood. Right.
Right. That world. All right. During the time of Noah, when he got to that verse, he's breaking it down right. That world at that time, when Noah was on the scene, when he had his family, all right, and you had, the earth was inhabited. You had the sons of God. You had the sons of men. You had the sons of the wicked. And, everybody was doing their usual business at the time. Men were ruling. Married people were given in marriage. All right. There was all type of ceremonies going on, rituals taking place, idolatrous practices going on. And even the sons of God getting corrupted by intermingling, integrating with them, and doing what the heathen at the time were doing. And that's when the Lord, he was wroth with his creation, and he was like, I'm about to destroy this place. But he found favor in Noah. But let's continue.
But the heavens and the earth, which are now.
So the same heaven and the earth that was back then during the time of Noah, we still under the same heaven, and we still standing on the same earth. Read.
By the same word.
By the same word that Noah was preaching, we are preaching the same word.
Right.
Meaning what? That you must keep the commandments of God and in the faith of Jesus Christ, the Black Messiah.
Yeah.
Now he just went off again. All right, and I'm gonna show that that's not what that meant. Let's go to it. He had to find a way to turn it into keeping the commandments, keeping the law, wearing your fringes, basically with all these different groups, that push the law so heavy, but forget that, we're justified by our faith. This is what they do. All right. 2 Peter 3, and I'm gonna start at verse 4, and I'm gonna read it in the NLT. It says, they will say, what happened to the promise that Yahushua is coming again? This is dealing with the scoffers, the mindset that these scoffers have, where they think that, things are going to continue as it always been, and that, judgment isn't coming. So they put the day of the Lord off, right? From before the times of our ancestors, everything has remained the same since the world was first created, right? We still inhabiting the earth. There's still marriage. There's still idolatry. The people are still violent. All right, it's still adultery. All these different things that happened before the flood is happening now, right? They deliberately forget that the Most High made the heavens by the word of his command. And he brought the earth out from the water and surrounded it with water. That's what that's going into. All right. When the Lord made the heavens and the earth, he put together the elements, which is the waters, and he did separations through the Alahayim, the angels, and they took what was formed in the outer space, and they created the heavens and the earth with it, the sky as well as the earth and the oceans. All right. It says, then he used the water to destroy the ancient world with a mighty flood. All right. So going back to 2 Peter 3 and 5, they deliberately forget that the Most High made the heavens by the word of his command. He made it from his breakdown. He insinuated as if this is talking about, this is the same word that the Lord told us to keep the commandments. That's not what that's going into. All right, this is basically going into the Lord uttering the word as the world was being formed. He was given the command as the angels was putting the elements together. That's what that's going into. So let's deal with that. Let's go to Genesis 1. And we're going to jump down to 6. And it says, then Alahayim said, let there be a space between the waters to separate the waters from the heavens, from the waters of the earth. All right. Separate basically the earth from the sky, from outer space. All right. Because you got the heaven of heavens. You got the third heaven. You got heaven, which is the sky. And then you have, because you got the first heaven. All right, which is here on earth, rulership. Then you got the sky and outer space. That's the second heaven. And the third heaven is the spiritual realm. So the Lord had it to where he was able to separate the outer space and the sky from the actual earth and the ocean. That's a different heaven. It says, and that is what happened. The Most High powers made this space to separate the waters from the earth and the waters from, or Sakya, the waters of the earth from the waters of the heavens. The Most High called the space sky. And evening passed and morning came, marking the second day. Then Elohim said, let the waters beneath the sky flow together into one place, so dry ground may appear. And that is what happened. And the Most High powers, the Elohim called the dry ground land and the waters seas. And the Elohim saw that it was good. So that's what Peter was alluding to. All right. When he said that same world, let me go back. Second Peter 3 and verse 5. They deliberately forget that the Most High made the heavens by the word of his command, and he brought the earth out from the water and surrounded it with water. That's what that's going into. So it wasn't talking about the Noah's flood in verse 5. 6 verse is talking about that the flood, but the 5th is not talking about that. It's talking about when the Lord uttered his order, his commands, and the earth in its surface was formed. It was created. All right. Let's go from there to Psalms 24. Psalms 24:1, a Psalm of David. It says, the earth is the Lord's and everything in it. The world and all its people belong to him. For he laid the earth's foundation on the seas and built it on the ocean depths. All right. Show you that the earth is made out of the elements, is made out of the waters. Okay. So let's go from there. And let's go to the 33rd chapter. The Apostle Ramla already proved the earth is going to be here to stay. It's going to abide forever. So it doesn't make sense that the Lord's going to destroy the whole world and set it ablaze, and people are going to be kept on it to burn. That doesn't make any sense. These dudes are waxing worse and worse, man. And all we keep doing is just coming right behind them and cleaning it up. And people think that, you know, we're being weird, or we're being divisive, and, you know, we're bringing hatred. Just imagine how lost Israel would be if you didn't have the Lord's true servants, the prophets, you know, calling all this out, man. Anyway, Psalms 33, and I'm gonna start at verse 5. It says, he loves whatever is just and good. The unfailing love of the Lord fills the earth. The Lord merely spoke, and the heavens were created. He breathed a word, and all the stars were born. He assigned the sea its boundaries and locked the oceans in vast reservoirs. That's what that's talking about. That's what Peter was alluding to. You know, where did you get this, you know, let's go back to the video. He managed to somehow make it about the law. A lot of these camps, the biggest mistake they're making is thinking that they're really gonna get through off the merit of keeping the law. That their righteousness, the requirement from the Lord for their righteousness is based off of how they keep the law. And they have no idea that they're doing themselves a disservice, man. So let me back this up.
Same heaven and the earth perish. Right. So that world during the time of Noah perished by the flood. Right.
But the heavens and the earth, which are now,
So the same heaven and the earth that was back then during the time of Noah, we still under the same heaven, and we still standing on the same earth. Read.
by the same word.
By the same word that Noah was preaching, we are preaching the same word.
Right.
Meaning what? That you must keep the commandments of God and in the faith of Jesus Christ.
He said by the same word. Let's go back to 2 Peter. 2 Peter 3 and verse 5, it says, for they are willingly, for this they willingly are ignorant of, that by the word of the Most High the heavens were of old, and the earth standing out of the water and in the water, whereby the world that then was being overflowed with water perished, but the heavens and the earth, which are now by the same word, are the same utterance that the Lord gave to create the heavens and the earth, that same world that was formed under the Lord's command is kept in store, reserved unto fire against the day of judgment and perdition of ungodly men. Where is he getting this? The same word that Noah spoke about keeping the commandments, keeping the law, that's not what that's going into. It said it back in verse 5 about the word of the Most High, the heavens were of old. This is only dealing with the Lord giving the instruction, giving the command by his word to create the heavens and the earth. And we're all still on that same heaven and earth. All right. So now, during the time of Noah, that was the old world. And we're under a new world, even though we're on that same earth. All right. We're just under a new rulership. But all them same spirits are back today in their lot, doing what they're doing. And just like they got washed away back then, they're getting ready to get burnt up in this time. But he's not going to destroy the whole entire planet Earth. All right, but let me finish the point with a couple more precepts. Let's go to Psalms 136 real quick. Yeah, Psalms 136, and I'm going to start at verse 3. It says, "Oh, give thanks to the Lord of Lords, for his mercy endures forever. To him who alone doeth great wonders, for his mercy endures forever." This whole chapter is going into the Lord's mercy. All right, how everlasting his mercy is, but yet the Lord's going to destroy his own earth forever. The flood was only happening for 40 days. He didn't maintain his anger forever back then, but he's going to do it now. These dudes, they have trouble making, good understanding of what they're teaching, man. You got to make it make sense. It says, "To him that by wisdom made the heavens, for his mercy endureth forever." And that order will never change. Okay, the heavens are still going to be the heavens. The earth is still going to be the earth. People are going to still inherit it and replenish it. The animals are still going to dwell in it. The creeping things of the earth, the fowls of the air. That's going to continue even into the kingdom and for the rest of eternity. All right, the kingdom is going to be here on earth. So of course, it's going to be inhabitable. There's going to be people there. It says, "To him that stretcheth out the earth above the waters, for his mercy endureth forever." So you see that in verse 6, "To him that stretcheth out the earth above the waters." All right, because he hangeth the earth upon nothing. Okay, it's just, everything was void, but the Lord, he brought the elements. He spoke the elements, and they formed together and created the heavens and the earth. All right. So let's go from there. Let's go to Hebrews 11, and I'm gonna read this one in the NLT. Hebrews 11:3, and it says, "By faith we understand that the entire universe was formed at the Most High's command, that what we now see did not come from anything that can be seen." Because it was the Elohim, the angels that formalized everything as the Lord gave the command. All right, put it all together. He spoke, and then there it was. It came together. And I'm going to get the one in the Apocrypha. Let's go to 2nd Ezra 16. And we're going to start around the 54th verse. And it says, "Behold, the Lord knoweth all the works of men, their imaginations, their thoughts, and their hearts, which spake but the word, let the earth be made, and it was made. Let the heaven be made, and it was created. In his word were the stars made, and he knoweth the number of them. He searcheth the deep, and the treasures thereof. He hath measured the sea, and what it containeth. He's trying to figure these things out, but he can't. All right, because the Most High is his wisdom is infinite. His majesty, his glory is inestimable. All right. He hath shut the sea in the midst of the waters, and with his word have he hanged the earth upon the waters. All right, the elements of space. That's what that's going into. All right. And that same earth hanging upon waters, the Lord's he's keeping it in store. All right. He washed it and cleared the people out back then. Now he's getting ready to scorch. He spreadeth out the heavens like a vault, upon the waters have he founded it. So that's pretty much the point. So going back to 2 Peter 3. It says, they deliberately, 2 Peter 3 and 5, they deliberately forget that the Most High made the heavens by the word of his command, and he brought the earth out from the water and surrounded it with water. Then he used the water to destroy the ancient world with a mighty flood, and by the same word, the present heavens and earth, the same heavens and earth that he made from the beginning, have been stored up for fire. They are being kept for the day of judgment, when ungodly people will be destroyed. And that's what he's going to do. He's going to destroy the ungodly, which are, super proud right now. They don't think anything evil is going to come. All right. You think that is never going to come in your lifetime. Well, he had to let them know. Well, one day, 1,000 years is as one day to the Lord. So, you're going to be, caught off guard like a thief in the night, because you don't know the Lord's time. You don't know when the Lord can bring this judgment, but we know that it is coming. He said it's going to be like a thief in the night. These people are going to be caught in the act when he comes back swiftly and judges it. But this has nothing to do with the Lord, giving the laws and commandments, talking about your fringes and all the other stuff that y'all do's glory in. That's not what that was talking about. So you could tell that this brother here, he hasn't had that much time in. All right. And plus, he's following the tutelage up under that leadership over there. And, that oil from the top is leaking out like a broken faucet, man. It's not looking too good. Sakari is not looking too good over there with them as well. All right. and they have things in common with each other. Sakari and IUIC, and there's no wonder why Sakari even don't rebuke them anymore and jumps to the defense when we rebuke them. So obviously, that's all in the spirit. You dudes are diminishing. You sit on your high horses right now, but you're diminishing, man. And have the nerve to say that, the apostles are jealous and envious of their progress and, all this bull crap, man. Like this is some type of popularity contest. So anyway, I want to just come back to correct that and use it, to edify. And hopefully this was edifying. I'm going to give all praise to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. And until the next lesson, Shalom.